everyone. My name is Andrew McGonigal. I'm here with John Cortese at a CCS gym in Napa. Today we're just going to talk about getting a gym started, warehouse gym. So John, thanks for having me today.
No problem.
Why don't you go ahead and give just a brief overview of CCS gym, what you guys are doing?
Sorry for the noise, but basically we're a smaller gym in Napa that we started in a little over 1,000 square feet of basically this is a warehouse space, and it's not anything like commercial. You couldn't even see it from the street, so we're like tucked away back in like an industrial warehouse complex. And basically, like what my goal was starting out was to have something that would cater to the needs of the athletic population, meaning like middle school, high school, and college athletes only. And not to say that I don't enjoy training other populations, but I have a really strong belief in this type of training for athletes and how beneficial it can be. And I can relate better to that population, I think, versus like someone that wants to look for fat loss or like a mom boot camp or something. That's just not me, and that's not who I am. So I didn't really want to go that route. And I had experience training all sorts of people, and I quickly found out that who I like to train, and it was athletes. And I had fun doing it. I enjoyed it, and I just ignored all the stuff that people said was like, you're not going to make money doing that, or you can't train athletes because there's not enough need for it. Well, there's need for everything out there if you specialize in it and you niche it down. So that's what I was after when I first started, was just trying to really dial it in and just go after it. So, I mean, that's what we do. We train athletes. We want to get faster and stronger for the sport. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So the main thing I wanted to talk about today was just how you go from being a college student who wants to open a gym to being a successful gym owner, just kind of what you have to go through. So just had some questions. The main thing was just getting started and different considerations like costs.
Yeah.
Let's start with actually equipment.
Okay.
What do you think you need just to
Well,
get started?
when I started out, I heard hardly anything. I mean, now you can take a little panoramic view later if you want, but I mean, I've got enough equipment that I'll ever need probably. And I didn't have that starting out. I acquired that over time. And so, I mean, when I started, I had literally 2 sandbags that I made myself from like an army duffel bag.
Right.
And then we just filled them with pea gravel. And we had that, and then I had like 2 or 3 pairs of dumbbells that I got from Craigslist. I had a bar set, like a really crappy, shitty bar from Craigslist, and then like a bunch of used plates from Craigslist. And I would every time I would get paid, when I was in college, I was working, I would just go online and see what I could find, and just buy little at a time. You know, like a pair of 15-pound dumbbells, a pair of 20-pound dumbbells here and there, and start storing them. Because I knew this is what I wanted to do. So I was like, I gotta start getting ready right now. And then like for Christmas and stuff like that, or on my birthday, I would ask for a set of rings, or a set of bands, or a set of TRX straps, or whatever. I started acquiring little by little. I literally had that starting out. And if you're creative enough, you can make it work. So you don't need a whole lot of fancy stuff starting out. Depends where you're at and who you're serving. If you're serving like an adult population, they're probably going to expect a little bit more, either nicer equipment or more variety. But again, it depends on who you're training. If you're training like powerlifters or something like that, most people aren't really going to care. But again, it does depend on your location and who you're training, because people tend to be a little picky. And I think some people will get turned off by like the grungy look. Luckily for me, I didn't really have that problem. I mean, like I said, I didn't really have anything starting out, and I made it work. And we were able to get results with what we had, and that's a big key, I would say, is being able to be creative with what you have and not worry about not having all new stuff initially. But eventually, I recommend going that route and getting the nicer stuff.
So next thing, considerations for like finding a location as far as like a town or like a specific spot within the town, stuff like that.
Again, luckily for me, I got really fortunate that where we're at right now is right next to all the public and the private high schools. Like we're within like probably a 10-mile radius of all the schools. if that, probably a 5-mile radius. So luckily for us, we're able to have kids just walk from school. So we can have kids that are as young as 14 years old walking, or freshmen in high school, walking, or even some of the middle school kids. There's this middle school, a mile down the road. We train a lot of athletes that age. So some of the kids that can't drive, they don't have any excuse that if they can't come after school, they just have to walk right over. So luckily, again, I didn't purposely find this because it was close to schools. It just happened to be there. So within that regards for location, as far as starting a warehouse gym like this, I would look for like light industrial, which is the type of zoning requirement for the building. Because it's lower overhead, you're not going to have like the jacked up rent because you're in like a commercial facility, like a storefront.
Right.
Like if you were to go look at like one of the the grocery store, you would want to open it over there. Plus, there's no like real warehouses over there, anyways. Usually, you want to find like a light industrial size warehouse, and I would look for something smaller starting out. Like we started like 1,100 square feet, and you're able right now, especially, and this is 2012 and this video's being shot. Right now, people are pretty much begging for tenants. So you can, if you have like a commercial realtor, they don't charge you at all. So you need to find a commercial realtor, I would say, to help you find a location, because they'll be able to be your third party to negotiate the lease with the landlord. Okay. And that way you don't have to do it all yourself, because the landlords basically, if it's like I didn't know anything about this, I had zero clue. If I didn't have a commercial realtor, I would have had zero clue on what to do as far as like a deposit, like how many square feet, the zoning, the permits, the license, all that kind of stuff. So you need a commercial realtor to help you walk you through all that. And they'll be able to find, like say, this is what you need to do. And they will help you gladly because that's how they get paid. Okay. They get paid off commission off of the actual deposit and the lease and all that. So a commercial realtor will, usually if they're good, they'll go out of their way to help you out. If they see that you have like a legit plan of what you're going to do and all that.
So the lease negotiation was just the next question. Were there problems with that, or?
No, I didn't have any issues, and I was able to tell my commercial realtor my budget and the size I wanted, and he was able to find a spot really fast, and he's really good. His name's Mike Moffitt in town, but he might serve Sonoma County too. I'm not sure. I want to look into that, but. Yeah, he was able to negotiate with the landlord. And again, if you have a commercial realtor, they'll be able to negotiate. And it's kind of a back and forth thing. They'll be like, okay, here's what we want. And then you can throw a number back at them. And eventually you can kind of meet somewhere, in the middle. And sometimes, like when I first started, I got 3 months free rent starting out, which helped a lot. Because I didn't have hardly any money besides the money I had to start up, which is, again, not very much. So luckily that gave me a few months to like acquire some sort of financial capital and build up the client base a little bit. That way I wasn't freaking out on how I was going to pay my rent, And after that it was just a matter of, you can pretty much almost guarantee yourself at least a month of free rent at this point. Because most of the leases are going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 year lease. Especially if you lock into a longer term lease, you could probably almost demand your price and ask for a couple months for rent.